Prince Llewellyn had a favourite greyhound named Gellert, who had been given to him by his father-in-law, King John. Gellert was as gentle as a lamb at home, but like a lion when he was out hunting. One day, Llewellyn was going to go hunting, so he went to the woods and called for his dogs to come to him in front of the castle. All his dogs came running. But not Gellert. So Prince called Gellert by name, but still the greyhound did not come. At last, Prince Llewellyn didn't want to wait any longer and went hunting without Gellert. He had little luck that day because Gellert, his fastest and boldest hound, wasn't there. Prince Llewellyn came back to the castle, and when he reached the door, he saw Gellert come bounding up to meet him. But when the hound came near, the prince was startled to see that his lips and fangs were dripping with blood. Gellert seemed not to understand why his master looked at him that way. Prince Llewellyn had a little son with whom Gellert used to play, and a terrible thought crossed the prince's mind that made him rush towards the child's room. And the nearer he came, the more blood and disorder he found about the rooms. He rushed into it and found the child's cradle overturned and covered with blood. Prince Llewellyn grew more and more terrified and sought for his little son everywhere. He could not find him anywhere, but only signs of a terrible fight with lots of blood everywhere. At last he felt sure that the dog must have killed his child, and shouting to Gellert, "Monster, you have killed my child!" he drew out his sword and he plunged it into Gellert's heart, who fell with a deep yelp whilst looking straight into his master's eyes. At that moment, a little child's cry came from beneath the cradle. And there, Llewellyn found his child unharmed, having just been awakened from a sleep. But just beside him lay the great big body of a dead wolf. Too late, Llewellyn learnt what had happened whilst he was away. Gellert had stayed behind to guard the child and had fought and had won the wolf that had tried to eat his little son. Llewellyn could not bring his faithful dog back to life, so he was buried outside the castle walls within sight of Snowdon, the great mountain, where every traveller can see his grave. And to this day, the place is called Beth Gellert in honour of this extraordinary dog.